Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is DC Movie News, bringing you the most up-to-date discussion and commentary within the DC Universe.
Yeah. With so much drama in the world of DC, it's kind of hard being these dudes and Roxy, but we, somehow, some way, keep waiting for that BVS like every single day. Welcome, everybody, to the DC Movie News Show right here on the Popcorn Talk Network, y'all. We got a squad in the house. Let's just get right to it. What? What? What's up, man? I sailed the high seas for a week. I had to come back with a rap. I ended with a rap. I had to start off with a rap.
If you wanted to sail the high seas, you're gonna come back like a pirate. But you were on the HMS Booty out there, huh?
Yeah, sure was. I would have preferred if you would have followed up with a Michael Caine to my rap.
Hey, Michael Caine, I got used sparingly.
All right, that's true. Don't give him too much.
I can't.
Don't give him too much. All right, we are at DC Movies SK on Twitter, Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. I am at Jay Quasto. The man right there wearing the sweet Batman tee, drinking a... What the hell is going on?
What is today? Chug.
I don't know.
Chug.
No idea. Oh, he just stone cold it.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang forever!
Oh, God.
Give me a hell yeah.
Well, just from that alone, you've won this panel. You're the best in this panel.
Yeah.
On that alone.
Right.
And I thought...
I'm gonna steal this movie and all this podcast as well.
I thought I had a surprise lined up. Well, that dude right there, Captain Boomerang, a.k.a. the host of Man vs. Child and FYI and FX Movie Download on FX. Follow him on Twitter at Adam Gertler. He's Adam Gertler.
I can smell that from here.
Yeah. Oops. Anybody else want a beer? I got more.
That's Bud Light. It's not beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it is. Latte.
This guy right here, very, very talented actor in DC Encyclopedia. Find him on Twitter at Mike Kalinowski. He's Mike Kalinowski.
That's who I am.
Yep, that's right.
And Simon Cowell, as Roxy says.
There you go.
Oh my God, you're so Simon Cowell. It just gets truer and truer.
That's the theme music with it.
And our crown jewel of the DC Movie News Show. She's the host of TV Fights with Screen Junkies, and you can find her on Twitter at Roxy Striar. She's Roxy Striar.
Hi guys.
We got a special guest in studio, guys.
Yeah, we do.
He's a very good friend of mine. He is one of the newest additions to the Kansas City Royals organization. Yeah, he hits home runs, y'all, and he's a lifelong DC fan. He's wearing a Batman belt. Find him on Twitter at Decker6. He's Cody Decker.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm on a couch.
You're
and
on
it's
a
a really awkward couch.
You can lay down.
Can't put my arms up or
Yeah, your
sides.
ass
I don't really
is
don't
gonna
do
hurt
it.
really
You can lay down.
Can I lay down?
Lay down.
I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah, you were hitting all day.
Yeah, I really was.
Oh, were you? All
It was
right.
pretty
The
sweet.
batting
Put your
cages.
feet on the chair. That's what I would do. Scroll that chair out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
go.
That's good.
Yeah. That's
Kick back,
good.
take a load off. First things first, guys. There's a reason I'm wearing this strap around my arm. Just gave platelets, which reminds you to donate blood at our blood drive at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles, Saturday, February 13th. If you're in LA or know someone in LA, have them call 323-361-2441 to donate. We're trying to create a movement, everybody. So please donate if you can, and hit me up on social media if you have any questions. Guys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. You want to get to the photos?
Yep.
What happened?
Or let's what happened?
What do we miss?
I just want to say I'm really glad that Johnny's back because, last week we got some feedback that we were just crazy, that we were just arguing on top of
They
each
said
other.
there was
So
some-
Johnny's
some,
back to bring
some
balance
tension
to the
between
show.
us.
It's the first time anyone's ever said that about me. All right, I'll take it.
It was like the crown jewel and then the two hanging off on the side there without this guy. So it's
I don't know. I thought it was great.
Johnny, I'm
So,
really
hey, the
happy you're
tension.
back too.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be back. Let's give a shout out for Coy over at Marvel. So he is part of, every year at the Super Bowl they have the Doritos competition. Coy is part of a team that is in the final 3 of thousands.
Where's
Yeah,
Andro?
they're already meeting Zack Snyder.
What?
Yeah, they already get to meet him. If they win the competition, they actually, someone in his group gets to be a walk-on role or work with Zack Snyder on his future DC film. Yeah.
What?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they win $1 million. So
What?
Yeah, they're in the final 3 of this. So go to swipe4doritos.com. That's the word swipe, F-O-R, Doritos.com, and just vote for their video. It's so well done. It's got celebrities in it. It's super funny. Ooh. So help Coy out, our good buddy from over at Marvel who just finished up. Go to swipe4doritos.com. We're all pulling for them. We all want them to win. So do what you can. Let's all come together as a team and help them win.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had Takis?
No, what's that?
No, I don't
Is
like
that a kind of food?
You don't like those?
I don't like them.
Oh, I like those.
What the hell are Takis?
I guess it's like a
rolled up
taco
Dorito.
with-
It's like a rolled up Dorito, and
a
sometimes
chip,
they're real
Roxy.
spicy.
Oh.
I'm not a chip guy either.
Like from
You know
Three
me,
Amigos.
but
It's like,
they're
you know what nada
freaking
means?
good.
Is that a light chicken gravy? No.
All right, cool. We'll party on.
Chips, but they're terrible.
So, Cody, give us a little brief history of your DC love.
I grew up a fat kid, so I love comic books.
Me too.
Love that about you
I was
guys.
also very fat.
You were a fat boy too?
Yeah, I was a fat boy.
I was.
Times are changing, man.
Yeah, really have. So no, grew up, loved me some Green Lantern and Batman growing up as a kid. I really identified with Hal Jordan, especially when he killed everybody. And
the Dark Era.
Parallax.
Oh yeah, Parallax
Yeah.
is where it was at, man. And the final night is, where he came back as like the good guy at the end of the final night. Loved it.
So
Great
just
stuff.
real quick, who would be are you excited about the fact that it's going to be a Green Lantern core film?
Sure.
That doesn't sound like overall excitement.
Did you listen?
Nothing in town
I
real
want.
quick.
I want to have the utmost faith in what DC is doing. I really do. With everything, I think the Suicide Squad looks better than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's just the trailer.
Yeah.
That being said, I have no faith in anyone doing a Green Lantern movie.
And well, you have good reason to feel that way. So ideally, who would be your perfect? If it is like an intergalactic cop squad, Mike and I have a little debate about this. I already know what you're going to see. Which 2 lanterns would you pick from the Earth sector?
From the Earth sector, I'd like to see. Well, if it's going to be in the core, I don't think it should be Hal Jordan. I think it would be better off if it was Guy Gardner and John Stewart.
Me too.
I love this guy.
Yeah, I told you.
I did not.
I don't
I
like
just
this
met
guy.
this
I just said
guy.
I don't like
Just
him
met
already.
this guy, and I totally agree with you 100%. Yeah, if it's solo, it's Hal. But core, wouldn't you like to see the pairing of Guy and John?
Because Guy's an asshole.
Lethal Weapon.
And that's exactly.
And John's like, I'm getting too old for
Friction.
this shit.
Exactly.
Oh.
It'd be the perfect buddy cop.
That's what we're doing. Look at this. We're
Look at
just
Mike's
shutting
face.
down.
Look at Colin-
Shutting down.
Look at Mike's face.
Kalinowski
Look at
so
Mike's face.
early.
Oh, did
He's
I
he's got nothing
just
to say.
crush your hopes?
He's
Dreams?
incredulous.
I'm a Jordan guy.
Okay. So am I, but I don't want Jordan sharing the spotlight with anyone. He's Hal Jordan. He gets his own thing.
Oh, see, then that's good. But I think after our debacle of Ryan Reynolds, I don't think we're lucky to even see how
Another one. What
See-
the hell is
see what
going
happens?
on? I'll throw it back to you. It comes right back to me.
Where is he putting
Don't
the
you see what
beer,
happens? You bring up
On
Hal.
his ass.
You bring up that horrible Green Lantern movie, and he starts drinking.
I know, man.
This is the greatest show ever.
Seriously, anybody want one? I got
How
one.
many are in that
How much-
backpack?
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm gonna keep trying to piss him off.
while we're here.
I want him trashed by the end of the show.
There you go.
Not on Bud Light, you're not gonna get
Thanks.
trashed.
Oh, it's actually cold. All right, I'll take it.
Give me a hell yeah.
He's got a
Okay.
fridge under there.
So let's get into
Not
it, guys. Empire Magazine released a ton of photographs this past week, including magazine covers and a very, very telling photo. Let's just get cracking. Well, there we go. Boom. Right off the spot.
No,
We
we've
got-
seen that picture before. That's
Sure.
Yeah, that was on the Entertainment Weekly and stuff. But
So, yeah.
Was it the same one? I feel like
look at
with
it.
both fists.
That was the
there?
one. That's what people were saying. Oh, he looked, puffy in it.
I don't remember seeing like the hand. I know this is really geeky, but like I don't remember seeing like the hand outside
I
of the
think I got it
leg.
here. I think I have it on my phone.
You mean his right hand?
The right hand, like I
know
don't.
what you're saying.
It looks like a more
I think they photoshopped it
like
out.
a more head-on angle.
They're saying this is a brand new one, though.
Well, I'm furious that they released this photo
No, here it
because
is, like-
spoiling that Batman
it's right
has
here.
hands in this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
It's just
the
driving
second
me
hand.
crazy.
You're right.
I was so
That's it.
excited.
All right, but it looks freaking great.
Yeah, he has no neck. I'm okay with
He's necklace.
necklace
He's a
for
he's a
sure.
beast.
I think he looks awesome.
He looks awesome. This looks great.
Yeah, he does. Let's we could just keep like slowly
Yeah,
running
let's
through him,
slide
Zach,
through
if you
him.
want. Here now, he looks almost like a apparition. He is very pale in this.
That looks mean.
Superman, by the way.
I don't think that Henry Cavill looks like Henry Cavill at all in any of these
He looks pissed off, and I
It's
love it.
Clark Kent. He does. Superman. I think
yeah,
I think they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
gelling his hair too
This
much or
is the
something.
meanest looking Superman we've seen from
Yeah.
all the production so far.
I love that because that gives you a little bit of a,
he's
you know.
pissed.
Yeah.
He saved the world. He's like, you guys, I have to stand in front of the
Furious.
world trial and
This is like his-
defend what I did.
It's his version of the middle finger,
Furious.
yeah.
What is this one we're looking at?
This is him flying, and his eyes are pissed off.
Oh, this is Superman flying
Yeah.
at you. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I think in the original
Wow.
trailer they showed this, and then they showed that the heat vision comes out, and then Batman shoots the grappling hook and he flies away. But I think that was just
edited that way. I think this is him against Doomsday
This one
because look
looks
at all
like
the
a
carnage
painting.
around this.
Good
Yeah.
point.
It doesn't
Might
even
be.
look like a real photo. It looks like a painting in this one.
Yeah, that looks like flying at Doomsday, I would say. It looks awesome,
Yeah.
though. I mean,
Yeah, it
it's a
does look
great
cool.
image.
Yes.
You know what? This is the first time I'm seeing these. This is really cool.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That looks great, too.
He's like, your eyes can glow, so can mine.
So good mine.
Yeah, that's better.
I'm so excited about the actual fight because we saw how I feel like after their first meeting we saw how Superman pieces out, and then Batman goes, he's like, oh yeah, don't light up that symbol. He goes, lights up the bat symbol himself, calling for Superman, and then he's got kryptonite or something, like he's ready for him.
How do you think the fight's going to play out? Obviously,
my question is, because you know how the book in the Dark Knight Returns, he's got an old and grizzled Oliver Queen just standing by with an arrow. Is something like that going to happen? Is there going to be a different member of the DCU just going to show up randomly, old and grizzled, missing a hand or something?
That's really funny that you mentioned that Oliver Queen. That'll come back later on in the show. It's pretty relevant, but that's awesome. Any Dark Knight Returns references are always welcome.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let's move on. We got a lot more photos, as a matter of fact. What's the next one? Well, there's that.
Okay.
Ugly
Okay,
mug.
I will say this about Doomsday. I thought it played very much better in the theater than on my TV. I don't know why.
Okay.
Like, just the actual
scope.
physical, the weight, the scope.
Yeah.
I saw it when I saw Star Wars 3D. I saw the trailer again, and it got a huge applause. Yeah, let's hope. I'm just hoping the creature effect's great. Oh, that looks awesome.
Now, that photo of Wonder Woman is something.
Oh, my God.
That to me seemed like a weird one because it's mid-action, and they usually for pictures, they try and get a more clearer shot of her.
Oh, I
think
love
it's great.
it.
It definitely took me a couple seconds to realize what even was going on.
I love it.
Very-
And if you're listening on iTunes right now or Podcast One, enjoy, but then go watch us on YouTube and give us a thumbs
photos. So right now we're looking at the
Empire,
picture with Wonder Woman. She's got her bracelets crossed in front of her, and she's kind of peeking out right above them, and you see her tiara and just like
I
her
want to say
eyes.
that's the shot from the trailer.
It's pretty cool. It looks like it looks awesome. Oh, these bracelets, her armor, everything. I can't wait for Wonder Woman.
That's the shot I loved. I like that one.
Jeremy Irons as Alfred, y'all.
Is he building the helmet
it's
of the
amazing.
impact suit?
Yeah.
So this is an image of Jeremy Irons, who we already said is going to be a much more active Alfred.
Oh, yeah.
He's not fetching tea and crumpets.
Look.
He's in the shop.
Jeremy Irons may be 60-something. He can kick all of our asses still.
What I love about that shot is there was a comic, it was Batman versus Predator.
I remember it.
Late
Dark Horse
late
in DC.
80s, early 90s.
Yep.
The first one. He is a tech suit. The mask looks just like that.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you are listening or watching, go pick up that issue.
What are your thoughts on the Alfred
and that suit
casting?
looks the exact same.
Love
which I think
it.
is
I
awesome.
mean, it's Jeremy Irons. You can cast him as anything.
I haven't heard one person upset about that.
Yeah, who would be?
That
the
is
way,
like I gotta say, I feel like that's
I know
like
who would be upset
I'm
about
so
this, though.
excited.
I just want to say, this is the most live viewers we've had since I think our John Schnepp episode.
Oh,
You're welcome. I brought the ring.
We had a lot last week, Johnny. We had
Yeah,
a
suck
lot
it, Johnny.
last week.
I think that's the power of the MLB.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's also people realizing I'm gone. They're like, I'm going to tune in. Wait, that guy's on the ocean? All right, fine, I'm tuning in. All right, there's a
my
close
goodness.
up.
Is he
We got.
about to deliver him a fisticuff?
I don't know. I think it's maybe threatening. So you got, if you're listening, Batman's right up to Superman. You got the right hand just ready to roll. I think it's maybe a threat.
Guys, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, does he not look totally crypto poisoned?
But Superman?
Yeah.
He looks like something's wrong with him.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
doesn't look like him.
Well, I mean,
It's not.
I
I
think
think
the rings around him, it's radiation, and it's.
That's what I mean. I think he's totally he's got him like there, and he's about to like deliver him.
I don't think.
Bad sushi, maybe.
I mean, I don't think this Batman is dumb enough to wear it on him, like exposed. I mean, if you think about it, why would you expose the one thing you can use, have it laced into the suit?
No,
or
I think it
underneath
would be.
something?
I think it's totally laced into the suit, but I'm
Right.
saying like he looks like he's sick right there, and I think that this is we've seen the result of Superman being. He's come back to him. We're on the rooftop, and he's flying down. He's like, "I gave you a warning. You had a warning, and now it's time to administer your punishment, Mr. Dark Knight."
I'm seeing romance. I'm seeing passion. I'm seeing he's about to grab his face to kiss him. That kind of thing going on.
Are you looking at the same
Wait,
image as me?
that's where the some sensuality comes in.
Some sensuality
No,
right here.
stop it. This is not Brokeback BBS, guys. I'm talking about a fight here.
I'm
PG-13.
kidding. I absolutely agree. He looks sickly. He definitely looks like something wrong about to get his ass
I
kicked.
think this is his first exposure to kryptonite.
Which one was that one? That voice.
It was just a crazy professor. He's
That-
like this. He's like, I built the
might call him
kryptonite
nutty.
in.
And here we got Bruce Wayne at the cemetery.
We're all sold on
He
him.
looks sad.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That
These are
shot of
great
the car
images,
was great.
guys.
Oh, car shot was fantastic. Oh, there. Okay, let's stop.
Okay, now
Now
here's an
we're
image
gonna
to
stop
talk
this
about.
one.
So we have Batman looking out into a field in a sort of like apocalyptic cityscape.
But there's
And then there's something carved into the ground. It's
Yes.
like, if you've ever seen the film with Mel Gibson, Signs.
It's like crop circles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
he's got a gun on his back.
But Mike, how would you describe that symbol?
Oh, boy.
What is it you see in the ground there?
That is the Omega symbol.
And Cody, we all know the Omega symbol is good in some ways, but in this world, it means what?
Darkseid.
Yeah.
So here's the only thing I don't like about this, that they're showing this.
Okay.
You know, they kind of let the big cat out of the bag by saying that Doomsday's in the movie with the last trailer. I think that's all just sleight of hand. You know, Darkseid's really the villain in this entire movie. Don't reveal anything for it. They kind of already did by showing the parademons in the trailer, which looks like this is about the same exact
sequence, yeah.
But you know, why not keep that a little closer to the chest?
Here's the thing that's the big question. If it is a nightmare of Batman, how is he having a premonition?
I don't know.
So what is this? Okay, because he's not just having. If he's having a nightmare, it's like, okay, Superman becoming a despot. I can see that. But he's having a vision. Clearly, he's seeing the Omega symbol. Now, some people have thought maybe it's Wonder Woman's
But
vision.
also, we have to look at this. What looks like explosions, that's not explosions. That are fire pits. If you ever see Apocalypse, the world is consumed because Darkseid consumes worlds, and they have those fire pits because the core is being burnt out, and they shoot the exhaust and the fire out. Those are fire pits.
Yeah.
You see, they're going outward and not being like an explosion inward.
Wait, what was
no,
it
you're
about
absolutely
Wonder
right.
Woman? Some people think that this is a
Okay,
Wonder
so
Woman?
just because like Wonder Woman, because she's a more of a mystical character, it's possible that she had a vision of the future, and that's why she needs to intervene between Batman and Superman to
Okay.
basically stop them from, their fight because there's this greater threat. I'm just trying to speculate. I'd love to hear in the chat roll what you guys
Well,
think.
we do know Wonder Woman's in retirement and she's 5,000 years old. We know that much. We found
That
this
is
week.
really cool.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's a Time Lord.
She's sort of a Time Lord. No, in DC we call them Time Masters.
don't
According to
get me
Legends
started
of
on that.
Tomorrow.
Don't get me started on
I'm
that.
a Time Master. What are you talking about?
I'm a Time
Not
Master.
Time Lord. Time Lord. That's silly.
Rip Hunter.
It's silly. It's totally different. I'm Rip Hunter.
We'll get to that in Roxy's section.
But I mean, this is amazing. I don't think we're gonna see Darkseid in this film unless it's like at the end, like we saw Thanos in Avengers, and I don't think they would ape the same sort of post-credit sequence. I would be surprised if this wasn't all the that portends Darkseid that we see in this film.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna actually see Darkseid.
I don't think so either.
I think maybe.
I don't think so.
But I mean, if they did post credits, wouldn't that be like exactly what Avengers did? And that's
I
like,
don't think they will.
You're right.
It's
You know what
too
that
on the
is?
nose.
I
They
mean,
haven't
that's
really-
what. Go ahead.
They haven't really done post-credit scenes yet. I mean, I think
Yeah.
they're kind of staying away from
That's
that.
true.
I don't think so.
You don't know that they're going to.
So I think it might be something that just is flat out in the movie, perhaps just the ending of the movie.
It's some kind of vision, and
Which
it's
is
really,
why I'm a little surprised if the only Easter egg we're gonna get is the Omega symbol. I'm a little surprised they put that photo out.
well, and the parademons too.
Look at all the questions we have, and the movie's 2 months away.
I
so
like
people
that.
saying with the Darkseid trailer gave too much away with the Doomsday trailer.
Right?
This is
Listen.
completely new stuff that was just thrown at us 2 months away.
Mikey Christmas. I hope you're right,
2.5
man.
hour movie, man. We got surprises.
I love it. I love it.
I think
Look at
they
this
should do-
poster.
Go ahead, no,
Sorry,
no.
no.
I think they should go ahead and shoot some extra scenes with extra villains.
Can no one hear me?
So throw people completely
can hear
off.
you.
I love that idea.
Show a scene of Metallo and Brainiac and Bizarro and Mr. Pixelica or whatever his name is.
Loquasto was a huge fan of the Swerve, so
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong.
Well, he's also a big wrestling fan. He loves swerves.
This is a great poster, by
Yeah.
the way.
This is the final poster,
This might be
and
my favorite of all the posters.
That's a great one.
they're also using the hashtag Who Will Win, and they want you to hashtag back Team Superman, Team Batman.
Okay, Batman had so many more responses than
course, he's
Superman.
Batman.
in
Come on
this.
now.
Well,
Everybody was saying Batman,
listen,
Batman.
Superman hasn't captured the imagination of the world in the same way the Dark Knight has of late. It's hard to say. But what do you guys think about the analogy in the Super Bowl of Peyton Manning being sort of like the Bruce Wayne, and
not
Cam
ready to
Newton
talk
is kind of
about
like
it.
the Superman?
I'm just not ready.
Wow.
And wouldn't that be interesting if DC ran
What?
some spots that kind of like, because we've seen that before.
If they don't run spots with its exact premise, then I give up.
Hey,
Okay,
Zach.
so you think it's a good premise?
It's so
Adam,
perfect.
hang on a sec. Hey, Zach. For some reason, Mike's mic is not on. People in chat roll are only hearing him.
That's not true, though. Talk into your mic for a second.
Check, 1, 2.
It's not on.
I don't know. Yeah, everybody in the chat's saying it.
How do we turn it on?
No.
Oh no!
They've silenced
I'm gonna come in
Silent
and
Cow.
technician.
Keep talking.
This has been a
Oh,
Kalinowski-less episode.
Oh.
Oh no.
Thanks.
All right, we'll keep going.
There we
Yeah,
go.
so you think it's a
I think
clever-
that's brilliant. I'd rather watch those commercials than the Super Bowl itself. I'm a Raider fan, so I have nothing to root for.
Yeah, this Super Bowl is going to be very interesting, but let's, whatever. But that is the new movie poster. It's looking pretty sweet. Talk, Mike. How's it going?
Now we're talking.
No, still nothing. Gah! Come on.
I'm sorry, guys.
Should I move?
Okay.
Should I move?
God, you're ruining the show.
God,
What did I do?
darn it.
No, he'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that the Super Bowl would be really cool. I think it'd been cooler if Brady was in it, but
Do you
Please.
guys think that we're going to get a lot of spots? I know that they're going for like $4.5 million for a 30-second spot. So how many spots are we going to see with BBS?
I'm thinking we're getting one
One- yeah.
BBS each half.
And
Yeah.
one Batman, one Superman?
Yes, which is why I like that they just dropped that new TV spot where it's like very one-sided. Why haven't we been doing marketing like that the whole time?
Well, this is the whole time. I think
No,
they've started that kind of recently.
What are you talking about? This is the whole time. We've been seeing trailers for over a year.
Because we would have been bummed down on it by now.
No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know. I hear what you're saying. I think it's good that we're getting this kind of
After we can
campaign
check.
now. I mean, the movie's still like 2 months away, so
I think we're going to get one
You
spot
don't
each
want to
half.
overdo it.
Yeah.
don't want to
Don't
overdo it.
And at this point, everyone knows.
You don't want to go ham on it.
Do you think that
all
we're
the
going to
way.
get a full?
Wait, say it again in my mic.
You don't want to go ham on it too early.
You don't want ham.
I just want people to walk away from the Super Bowl movie trailers talking about Batman vs Superman and not Civil War.
Oh,
I want to see this.
I like that. He's a company man.
Yeah, we're on board.
I want to see both. I mean,
So do I.
I'm excited for all the wonderful 6 movies we have. Really? So you've been silent this whole
Man, what's
time?
good for
I
one
guess.
is good for
We'll
all.
share a mic.
Like
So-
You know what?
Here we go. We're getting
I
close.
was thinking the other day, it's kind of like Star Wars got people excited for the event movie again. I think that we're going to see it on Deadpool. I think we're going to see it for BBS. Like, Star Wars recreated that atmosphere where, like, people were
How about now,
camping
guys?
out.
Hey, I'm back.
All right.
Mikey Ham
Back?
Christmas is back.
But also, Adam, continue.
Did I lose you?
Am I
Well, he was
not-
just like in the middle of a sentence.
No, it's okay. No,
No,
it's
the
fine.
event
I was-
movie, Star Wars,
I was saying-
Deadpool.
No, I was just saying, I think overall, Star Wars has ignited an excitement and enthusiasm for event films again.
I hope so. It's
And
fantastic.
to your point, like, that's, it's what good for one is good for all. Like, if BBS is a stinker, then people are not going to be as excited for the next superhero film.
Don't
They're gonna be
say
like,
that.
oh, they're all the same.
It's not going to be.
I think
It's not
DC
gonna be.
I think DC's. We'll love the movie, but I think they've also got that back pocket of Suicide Squad coming out. I think people are so on board for this movie that a lot of people.
No, it's so much more important for BBS to be good than Suicide Squad, which people aren't
I
even
didn't say
correlating with.
important to be.
Yeah.
I said if this movie doesn't do well, it's not like you got Suicide Squad that's
No,
going to
I
be
do
there.
think it's like that. If this movie doesn't do well, I think the DC is in big trouble.
With Suicide Squad, you think people are going to go, it's not going to be good now.
Not with Suicide Squad,
That's
but
what I'm
with,
saying, 'cause it's
but
there.
with Justice League.
I'm not talking that. I'm talking
You're just
Suicide
saying Suicide
Squad.
Squad. Okay, I agree with that. I think that the rest of the slate is
Oh,
gonna be
absolutely,
completely
it's in
out.
trouble.
I think we have nothing to worry about. I think
Yeah,
BBS is
I'm with you, champ.
I think the thing
Thanks.
is, you know what we didn't realize? There was just
Thanks,
a
Coach.
report about the digital something about people's.
What's being talked about online, like its
Right.
online presence. DC is killing.
What we forget is that within this sort of small community of like film geeks and comic book nerds and all that, like our perception is slightly different.
It's biased.
With the overwhelming viewing public, they just know Batman and Superman are going to be in a film together, and people are really excited about it. And it's going to do bonkers numbers for
James,
that opening
I mean,
weekend.
Batman is in the movie. I'll see it. I'll see
Yeah.
any movie. Casablanca starring Batman. I'll
Yeah,
see
thanks to Christopher Nolan, the name of the name of the Bat is in good hands again. And look, we've also seen the Bat be besmirched. We saw the horrible films that happened, Batman and Robin, that almost killed him. But you
Yeah.
can't kill the Bat. He'll come back, and a great filmaker will make him great again.
Here's looking
James
at
S.
you.
Davis, good shout out for you with Rising Tide Lifts All Ships. He
Rising
did that.
Tide
And from the
lifts all
Kingpin
ships.
and Daredevil.
And
That's
I'm
fantastic,
drunk
my
on
friend.
Bud
That's
Light. I
fantastic.
think when you drink that much Bud Light that quickly, I'm Bud Light wasted right now.
Oh my gosh.
Here's looking at you, Superman. All right, let's go on. Zack Snyder
what are we up
talked
to next?
Zack Snyder talked to Empire Magazine, and he basically said that he talked to Christopher
Well,
Nolan.
speaking of Christopher Nolan, look at again. I'm not going to point out how well we're segueing because Roxy will point out how rank it is. I did it again, didn't I?
That's fine.
By even saying how I wasn't going to do it. I
Yeah,
did
when
it.
you say you're not going to do it, you're still talking about the transition. Actually, it's tough. I know. It's hard to not pat yourself in the back when you do it that well.
Any hoozles, Zack Snyder talked to Christopher Nolan, actually got his blessing. His quote was, "Tell me if you don't want me to do it." And Christopher Nolan replied, well, we don't own these characters. When you're done making Batman movies, someone else will make them. So basically, he got the blessing.
Yeah.
And therefore, there you go.
And then Snyder went on to explain, I think he found it a little bit hard. I would feel the exact same way, which is true, of course. It's
like
difficult
it's
to
like
say
your
goodbye to a
girlfriend
child.
you're dating someone for years and, now
I
she's dating
hate
someone
this.
else.
I said child, you said
what?
girlfriend. Yeah.
I hate this exchange because you know what it reminds me of? Like, first of all, who cares what Christopher Nolan has to say about it? He made a couple of Batman movies. You know what this feels like? You know what this feels like? Well, he's not making these films. He didn't even want any other DC characters, Christopher Nolan, in his films. And, it feels like when they trotted out James Cameron to say, this is the best Terminator since my films for fans of the Terminator.
That was a hair,
which
our
was
movie
so
is gonna
desperate.
suck. Please give us your... And he did give it a blessing, and the movie was terrible still.
That's why I'm saying I hate this. I don't need
Chris
this.
Nolan gave us arguably the best comic book movie of all time with The Dark Knight.
I would not disagree with that.
Yeah, but to get right back on topic, what is the point of this entire exchange?
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's when the chat, Jay Kelly says, what if Nolan had said no? Like, would that have made a difference?
Okay, here's a great example. This is, let's say, any actor...
production.
Okay.
Let's say they're redoing Batman, and Affleck was the best Batman ever. I would go to him and go, hey, man, I'm stepping into this.
Right.
Can I get your blessing? And it's a respect.
Would?
Absolutely. It's a respect for someone that took
And we
this
have heard
character
stories
before you.
about how Christian Bale and Ben Affleck,
And they have done it.
Yeah.
He said...
So it's a thing.
And
I would say I'd love to hear any of your advice, but not can I have your blessing?
It's
Like, they're not
important.
giving you
know
away
what?
to your fucking husband.
Yeah, but even if the dad said, no, you can't marry my wife, you'd still marry her anyway, but you'd want the blessing.
Yeah.
You don't ask for it.
It's a matter of respect.
But he just...
out of respect, he's being respectful.
He went to
He's
Chris...
not like, you know what, dude, you did that movie? Screw you, I'm doing my own thing. He's like, hey, man, this is what we're doing.
He went to
Can I get
Christopher
blessing?
Nolan and said, sir,
Yeah.
I'd like to go steady with your movie.
Yeah.
And he's
It's
like,
an
okay.
absolute
And
respect.
Christopher Nolan said, I guess.
It sounds like a whole lot of nothing to me.
It's nothing. It's, but...
Well, let's move on.
But it's a cool respect thing,
Let's
right?
move on to something then. Charles Roven. He spoke again this past week. He's always great for some awesome quotes. He does say, he's talking about Batman in particular here. He says, Batman is not giving people a chance, and he's more than just a vigilante. He has seen the worst of what a man can do, and therefore he has become judge, jury, and executioner. And which is a far cry from the whole thing about swearing to let everyone survive, even villains.
Yeah.
Executioner is a very strong word. And
Yeah.
I think something we should be looking at.
it
for.
is.
Let me
Go ahead.
say, was this... I believe it was a written article. It was not a video article. We don't have video of him saying these exact words. I think it was... I don't think we're going to see him killing anyone.
Executioner doesn't necessarily... When you say judge, jury, and executioner, it doesn't necessarily imply killing.
Why would the guy be dead with the brand on him? Why wouldn't he be dead? Why is he sitting there alive?
I don't know. There's more to it. He says he's the worst of what men can do. He's been
Absolutely
darkened
is.
by it. He's tougher. He's angrier.
Right.
Tones Goodman.
This is a guy that does... he's seen the worst and worst, and it's not getting better. And now here comes this whole new version. He's got a handle on criminals. He knows how to deal with them. Now here comes this guy who he sees as a harbinger, a beacon, and I think they've said this. Superman is like a beacon, a calling for all these other crazies and bads in the world. It's like, holy shit, I can't even control just random criminals. Right. Now it's going to go even further. Maybe I need to draw the line.
What are your thoughts about this hardened bat?
It's what it should be. The only thing I don't like is why is he carrying around a gun? That's it. That one shot, that iconic shot.
What kind of gun is it? What is it?
I
though?
don't know. It could be the grappling gun from
It could
Dark
be a
Knight.
grappling gun.
It
Could be. I might just be reading too
But did
far
you
into it.
read
be
it was a
kryptonite bullet.
grenade launcher?
That's not the same gun.
Okay. Listen, I like this, and I'll tell you why. I think that even
quote?
though the quote, because much like Superman in the first film, although this was much critiqued, had a lot to learn. He was not the character where he arrived at.
It was his first day of being
It was his first day of being Superman. So here, this isn't Batman's first day, but he's in a dark place. My point is, the character has somewhere to go for this film. These characters are both going to need to travel somewhere within their character by the end of the film,
And
so they come together.
Could it be that Superman shows him that there's a different way?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they each
The
have something
dawn
to
of the Justice League
learn
that we
from
finally
each
see
other.
and everyone can be quiet
Superman
about.
is going to learn from Batman,
Yeah.
and Batman is going to learn from Superman.
Yes.
He needs a place to go. You can't open the film with him already arrived. That's not the point.
Thank
the
you.
character has
Nice
to grow for it to make dramatic sense.
And
So,
then eventually they have to come together somehow. We just don't know what the main enemy's going to
With
be.
the hands,
through
shaking hands. And,
some sensuality.
Well, there you go. It all comes back to it. Hell yeah. All right. Wonder Woman is going. We mentioned this earlier, but she's going to be 5,000 years old. She is retired. She's basically. This is actually according to Gal. Gal has actually. There's a quote from her saying she's seen it all, so it was very hard for her to come back and fight. They have the same attitude. Although when she is Diana, she tries to blend in. She's not too outgoing, but I don't want people to think she's perfect. She can be naughty. I would like to hear her say it in her accent because she's perfect.
Her accent's
Like
fantastic.
just the word naughty is what you want to hear in the
I
accent.
wouldn't even know how that would sound.
I don't even. Yeah, it's
coming
an
from
Israeli
her.
accent.
This
is
is
just awesome.
exciting. This is like we're hearing about her character.
I was
Like,
watching
this
that
is
shot
very
again of her
exciting.
like riding the horse and the
Yeah.
fighting she did. I was like, we're gonna get
Okay.
a Wonder Woman movie. We're getting Wonder Woman.
Going back real quick, apparently it was at Comic-Con. It's a grenade launcher that he used in the fight against Doomsday. That's what we're getting in chat roll.
That's what
For
you
Batman.
I
thought.
posted pictures on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I showed everyone, but they're the grenades, and the grenades have little rocket jets on them, so
Yeah.
they can be moved.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Density Dennis, for that info.
I'm
anyway,
okay with
back
the
to
gun.
Wonder
If
Woman.
Doomsday gets out, I would get a gun too.
So
Back
Wonder
to
Woman,
Wonder Woman.
5,000 years
Yeah.
old.
Oh, 5,000? I'm on it. I mean, come on. She's a mystical being, basically, from Themyscira. 5,000-year-old woman is where we're going to draw the line. I think it's perfectly fine. It fits with the realm of what they're
Yep.
going for.
And she'll be the smartest person in the room, which is
And
as it should be.
as someone says, mega milf.
Chris Pine's got his work cut
Do
out.
you
for him.
guys think that there's any correlation here to the original rocket from Krypton that was sent like 5,000 years ago? Was it 5,000
Wasn't there
years
talk
ago?
that they were going to make Wonder Woman Kryptonian and she was one of the
I
people
had
stuck
heard
here?
that there was rumors that maybe
I
the
don't think that's
Amazonians
true.
were descended from Kara or Superman's cousin that
Right,
maybe
right.
was there 5,000 years earlier.
Yeah.
But is there
Supergirl.
something because Supergirl? What did I say?
Just Superman's cousin.
Oh.
I think
Right.
maybe when they were.
Well, because in this, and maybe she's not established as Supergirl, which
Okay.
is why I'm suggesting that. So that there was this other ship that landed on the planet that we see in this empty pod that they find, where there was one skeleton there and then one empty. So perhaps this person went off and produced what are now the Themyscirans. Maybe there's some connectivity there.
Maybe.
What do you guys
I think this was the early days of the DCU when they were stretching. And the fan theories were trying to go rampant. I
Yeah.
think this thing got traction, and I don't think so.
Well,
How much
no,
of that do
yeah.
you think we're even going to learn?
They've even said that the Amazons have been here. They've been watching, man. They know man are not supposed to be helped.
So
they,
do you
they
think
can't
she's
help
descended
themselves.
from Zeus? Is she
I
a
think she's
daughter
a
of
god.
Zeus?
I think they're gods.
Are you expecting to find that out in BVS or
No.
even in Wonder Woman?
No, but there'll be hints. of
In
it.
Wonder Woman, I would.
You
Yeah,
would?
I would expect it.
That's her
In
origin is Wonder
flashbacks?
Woman.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the opening of the film.
Zack
is it
Snyder
really
is a
flashback
fan of the
that starts
montage.
early
He is
in
a
the film?
fan of the montage.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on then.
Let's move on to Kevin Smith here. Now he released some information.
This is interesting stuff.
Yes. So Cody, he had a meeting with Jeff Johns, and here's a quote from Kevin Smith.
This was
Apparently
for
they-
the
It was,
special.
it was televised.
Yes.
This was for
We
the
all
televised
watched the
special
meeting.
Dawn of the Justice League that was on CW last
It was
week.
On
DC
CW.
Presents.
Oh, sorry, DC presents.
Here's what he
CW
says.
presents.
No, DC Presents Dawn of the Justice
Right,
League.
right,
Yeah,
right,
longest title ever.
Here we go. We did a piece where we talked about, then he stopped himself. I don't know how much I'm supposed to say because they cut it out, but the idea came up, and I asked, can they effing cross over? And Jeff Johns says, that's how I'm reading it. And he says, so the doors are being left open to stuff like that. That's what I gathered from it. What are your thoughts, Cody?
I still don't even understand what can be crossed.
So
out?
he was asking if there could be like multiverse or if the TV. He was specifically asking about
Oh,
Barry
okay.
Allen.
Two
I heard.
flashes.
So he
Okay.
said, okay, can we see Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin at the same time? Is there any sort of crossover? How many Earths do we have? We already established Earth 1 and Earth 2 in the TV universe. And I guess Jeff Johns just shut down and was like,
well,
They didn't air it. This was also, it was cut out of the
Right.
special.
Well,
Yep.
I
But then
hope
on
to God
Batman
that's
on
not.
Batman.
I just hope to God that's not the case. And here's why: nothing against the TV properties. It's just
do you watch them?
no, I don't. Any of them, in fact.
Okay.
But the fact.
Well then.
Well, nothing against. It's just this is getting to be such a big universe already, and the movie hasn't even been released yet. And the universe is so huge. Now adding in a multiverse is just. It's confusing me, and I'm a comic book fan, and this is, and I can only imagine what this would do to the national populace.
We're talking like 2020. So many years down the line.
Which
Once
is
you have
not that far.
Yeah, but you already have a chance to learn the new characters, to watch the shows. You could even catch up on all of the shows. If we know that there is a multiverse coming, I am so all in on that.
Well, don't forget, by 2020, most of the shows that are currently on TV will be gone by then, too.
Right.
I made up 2020, but
Okay,
that's not
well,
like
Hopefully, specifically Gotham.
Well,
because I did watch that.
Yeah.
I like...
you and
What do you
and
think,
me
Mike?
agree.
I like Gauntlet.
I think the idea of a crisis movie with converging realities and alternate worlds sets it up if they want to.
Yeah.
My problem in this, again, is from an entertainment background. Sometimes TV actors don't have the charisma to fill out the big screen.
Yeah.
And we've seen it before, and it's nothing. It's not a slight against a TV actor or what's a TV actor, what's a movie actor, because there's the worlds of those are blurred together. But sometimes people look better when they're in your living room as opposed to be on the big screen. It's just, can those people hold with Ben Affleck? Who,
Well,
who knows? Who knows?
Here's my take on it. I think the reason it was cut out of the special is because of exactly what Cody said. What was the purpose of the special?
To give you what's coming, a little taste.
Not for us, who know.
For mom and pop in Kansas.
So does it make sense to start mentioning the multiverse and what that is to those people?
No.
I also don't even think that they know. I don't think they know yet.
And I don't even think they have any intention of merging the worlds.
No.
But I think the intention of cutting it out of the special is just, it's confusing as hell to people.
Absolutely. Going back to what you said, though, I will say we already saw Stephen Amell on the big screen. We already know that he can conquer the big screen. I mean, the movie was not great, but he's
fine. But you know what? I think
I'm not saying everyone.
I think the bigger point is the different effects levels. Like you have one that looks like a TV show, one that looks like a movie, and one by merging them, it kind of like cheapens the other. Like it's not going to look the same. Like now all of a sudden you're going to have Grant Gustin in this like $200 million world of the Flash, and how does he go back to his show?
Do you have a problem with like Marvel when they do it on Agent Carter?
It looks weird on Marvel. It's
I'll tell you why I don't. They don't cross over the main players ever.
You don't see.
You know that it's the same world. And I love that what they've done on the Netflix shows, but it's just that you know it's the same world. You'll never see Captain America on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Here's another example. If Grant Gustin shows up in a movie, are you going to give him the same suit? Because that suit on a TV budget, on a TV screen, would not look the same in a movie around with all these guys with these different suits.
Cisco's obviously upgrading his suit. Just as he did with White Canary, and he sewed her suit in like one day.
Well, speaking of Grant Gustin, he actually stayed classy on Twitter this week because of all this talk. There's been a lot of people that have basically been trolling Ezra Miller and be like, Grant Gustin should be in the movies, you're a dick. And it's like, that's not Ezra Miller's fault. So to Grant Gustin's credit, he basically said, chill out, everybody. Ezra's cool. I support him. Would I have liked to play The Flash? Yes, but I'm not complaining. I'm cool where I'm at. And so good move on him to tell people to calm down.
Very, very cool about him.
I heard a rumor this week. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I guess I will. You know.
It's a rumor?
Yeah, it's a rumor.
Where did we hear it?
Where?
Well, spit it out. Let's go. Come on, Crown Jewel.
That Ezra Miller, when they were talking in the special about it's going to be so different, I hear that the Flash is going to be gay in the DCU. In the DCEU.
Whatever.
And that it's going to be like a
because
big
he
part
is
of the storyline. Well, he's not gay. He describes himself as like... Actually, somebody described him as queer, and he didn't like that either. I think he doesn't talk about his sexuality. No, he's not asexual either. He's a little like closed off.
His scene with Amy Schumer in Trainwreck would basically explain what he.
I don't care if he's gay.
I don't care.
Whatever.
I don't care what Ezra Miller is at all.
But what would it mean? Okay, let's address the rumor.
Right.
It would mean nothing.
Who cares?
It's not going to affect the story. The story's a story.
Well, it depends
Cody, what are your
on
thoughts?
how far into the story we go.
Does it affect the box office for the Flash movie?
Maybe.
You do think so?
I don't think it should.
Depends on how big of a issue.
But there's a lot of middle America out there.
And it's the same with politics and stuff like that.
You got to remember,
it's the giant.
You got to remember, we live on the West Coast. LA and New York are way different. The middle of the country is way behind the times.
Yeah, I'm sure that they would do it the right way, and that they wouldn't make it about a guy who happens to be gay. They would just he happens to be gay. It wouldn't be a gay issues film.
Right. Yeah.
But that is obviously going to make a lot of noise for the film, which is
could be good.
Could be good.
We had on that guest Ricky
Middlesworth,
who was like
our good
pushing
friend,
for that so hard and saying like he thought that would be amazing for the
Sure.
extended universe. So
Why not? Hey.
we'll see. Maybe
Well, we've already seen one of the Lanterns is gay, right? Wasn't is Kyle?
No, they made what was it? Alan.
Was it Alan Scott that they made?
I think they made Alan Scott
just to make him
Earth to Alan Scott.
Yes. Weak sauce.
But it's not like the.
I just figured because of Kyle, like he likes to paint. He's a little bit artistic and stuff like that.
Hey,
Maybe there's. I'm just saying. Come on.
He had the famous girlfriend stuff in the refrigerator bit. That's the classic.
By the way, did they ever mention? Is he playing Barry Allen in the movie, or is he playing Wally
Yes.
West?
Barry
And the
Allen.
origin of this Barry Allen is exactly the same as the one from the TV show.
Although they described it as completely different, and then proceeded to say the exact same
Like-
story as the TV show.
It's pretty interesting. That
I'm
it's
almost surprised they
interesting.
didn't just name him Bart Allen just to go to the next thing.
I kind of
don't
wish
know.
he was Wally West. He just looks like a Wally West to me.
You think?
He's younger. He's got he just.
I'm with you. They made Scott
Wally West
Lang
is a
He
Ant-Man.
doesn't look like New 52 Wally West.
No.
All right.
Interesting.
All right, moving on.
We can get to that in a little bit too.
We will see what happens. All right, Justice League versus Teen Titans. The trailer is out, and so you can go online. You could watch that, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
We got Jerry O'Connell as Superman, Rosario Dawson as Wonder Woman, and there's a lot of
I love her.
a lot of shenanigans going on. Robin being a
ham
little
on
too
her.
volatile, being sent to the Titans. Yes, you're going to go ham on Rosario Dawson. We get it,
I
Mike.
am.
And they have to face Trigon. Looks like a fun little flick.
Batman Bad Blood. In what, a week?
Okay, so it's not out yet.
Coming.
No, digitally it is.
February
Digitally.
2nd.
I only buy. I don't do digital. I do the.
I was
hard
actually
things.
going to get it on Amazon the other day. I should have. I haven't seen the Titans trailer yet. I can't comment on it.
If you
Does-
buy it now on Amazon, you'll get it day of release.
Okay, does it
Those
wanna
movies,
watch it?
The movies are fantastic.
does it look like Young Justice?
Some of the designs are similar to it. Like the Raven design and the Beast Boy design are similar.
So this is Batwoman right here.
Yes.
Is that from Bad Blood?
Yeah, that's from Bad
It looks
Blood.
like she's punching Talia.
That's from Bad Blood.
So we also
actually.
get Nightwing in this. This is really the biggest Bat family
They're
movie.
kind of using Batwing. They're kind of using Batman Incorporated. The kind of Batman dying too, because Dick takes over as Batman in it a little bit.
Yep.
From it.
For a little
these
bit.
movies, like they always do, like Batman versus Robin and Batman Son of Batman, they take existing storylines and pick and choose.
Right.
Like the Batman versus Robin used Court of Owls.
Yes.
So they're kind of picking and choosing, which is great.
And Batman Bad Blood does come out February 2nd, which is next week. Obviously, Batman's already
It's
going
on
to be...
digitally right now. You could
Yeah, and Batman's dead in the film, so you got Dick Grayson involved. It also debuts Batwoman, and that should be a lot of fun. It looks
Who's
like
a lesbian. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know in the movie,
Yeah,
but in the
that's
comic,
true.
she's
Yeah,
lesbian.
yeah.
Cool.
And she's got some of the best. Her storylines are fantastic.
Hey man,
Progressive.
everybody should be able to see themselves represented
Exactly.
in comic book
Very
form.
Seinfeld about.
You
Not
know?
that there's anything wrong with that.
Progressive stuff. Progressive stuff.
We love it. We love it.
With that said, I think it's about that time.
I don't know what time you're talking about.
Time we're at.
I think it's
We
okay.
have
now.
more
If I
movie
had to
stuff.
guess, I probably could.
Wait.
What?
Roxy Striar's TV time.
She thinks that I'm
Flash is
fun.
what?
DC movie news, it's time
Ta
for
ta.
TV time.
Everybody chimed in at the end there, except for you.
We had
I didn't know it.
He didn't know it.
We have a
Compared
fan
me.
who's in a band called The Great Romance that wrote that for Miss Roxy.
That's awesome.
Matt
Yeah.
Vollmer.
Matt Vollmer and Great Romance.
M. Volmar Music. Hit him up.
TV. Oh, go,
Okay.
jeez.
All right, then I'll go into it.
That was dead air.
Well, no, I didn't know that I was supposed to enter the TV time. Adam, want to talk a little bit about what's going on in Arrow to
Oh,
start?
well, I just saw, according to comicbook.com.
Legends of Tomorrow should probably.
Well, this ties into it.
Yeah.
Legends of the Tomorrow.
Legends
of the Tomorrow.
That's the Bud Light, which debuted to fantastic ratings.
Fantastic ratings.
Is going to feature an older, goateed, one-armed Oliver Queen.
Whoa.
I heard we might be seeing an older Grant Gustin also, or Flash.
Because they can.
Time travel.
Yeah, very cool.
Rip Hunter.
It's a little strange that we already saw Oliver Queen. That wasn't the weirder part, though. Seeing Laura Lance was interesting.
What?
I just think it's interesting. People are upset that I don't like that character that much, but I think
Laurel?
it's so weird when you have her fighting Sarah and they're like going tit for tat. Sarah would kill her, especially after the Lazarus Pit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sarah's like just ripped.
You know what I really...
It's an interesting. The
Yeah.
way
You know what I love from Legends of Tomorrow, and I'm being really sarcastic?
Okay.
Where's the mask? You don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
You've been in the shadows too long.
This next part was the worst part, though.
Well,
You should now be the White Canary. You had to say it. You had to say it.
Okay, let's say this.
Out loud.
Let's say this. I love the show, the concept of the show.
Legends.
I love
Me
it.
too.
I am
I'm
on
obsessed.
board.
It didn't
And
deliver as much as I had hoped, but it's only
It's
the
a
first
pilot.
episode.
So
I
we
love
gotta,
the
we
pilot.
gotta,
I'm
we
all
gotta,
in on the pilot.
I'm on board. And this is totally subjective, guys. So please don't think I'm trashing the show. Acting is such a subjective thing, which you could love, I could not love.
Yep.
There's a lot of this acting on the show where I'm just kind of like, oh my god, like
Me too.
Dominic Purcell.
Oh my god, I love him. And
He's
Wentworth Miller. They're like the best.
Terrible.
you kidding?
I love to burn things.
That's like his character.
Oh my god. On the other hand, I love the Firestorm. The two of them,
you
I could
do?
not stand Robbie Amell as Ronnie Raymond. This pairing these two works so much better because he's the smart
Agreed.
guy and he's the street kid.
I like him, yeah.
love that.
My favorite is the Sierra Renee. I still am obsessed with the
This is the
hospital.
beginning. And we get her every
still
time in that
not-
Egyptian outfit with that hair.
I like that the Firestorm argument isn't like the same thing where like it was with the Amel playing it like where they're at each other's throats. Like there was a very sweet and tender moment between the two of
they're
them.
fantastic
Like when he
together.
was like, "You looked like you were pretty good out there. When I saw you running." Like,
Well, see, the problem is
Stop for a
when they
second,
put.
though. He drugged him. He roofied him and got him.
It was
on the-
awesome.
I love that too. That was one of my favorite parts.
Like,
But let's-
like Victor Garber just carries roofies in his
I
apartment.
think it's just the thing that, originally when Firestorm was written in, the way that Ronnie Raymond was in there was terrible. He was a scientist, and then he merged with another scientist, so it negated what was great about Firestorm. But now that they brought in him, and he's the football player, which is what Ronnie Raymond was originally in the comics, and they just have that better dynamic. But one thing I don't like is, and this show and all the CW shows are synonymous for this, is just dropping things. Like, he's married. His wife, like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm
that's
just going to
true.
go traveling through time, forget my wife.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
true.
great thing about traveling through time, like you see in Doctor Who, is like you can come back like a minute after you left.
Yeah, I liked
Boom.
I liked the clunker that was Wave Rider. I thought that looked cool.
I liked Wave
I
Rider
think
a
that
lot too.
other
Yeah.
ship.
And also,
but
this
also
was
Wave Rider.
This was the highest CW rating in that time period since the 100th episode of Vampire Diaries 2 years ago. So 3.1 million
Wave
viewers.
Rider was a character in DC Comics. They're kind of giving it a nod to, who traveled through time.
Yeah.
Okay, was that the all gold with the black
With the,
kind of
no,
thing?
he had the wavy hair.
Yes, and it was during the what was the crossover
I wanna say it was
event?
Armageddon.
It was Armageddon.
And Wave
Because I
Rider.
was just looking through my comics last week and I saw
early
Wave
90s,
Rider.
man.
Okay, that's
This
why I
is
was
this
so
is the
confused.
madness that it's every
But
week.
if I go-
It's just
'cause, okay,
nonstop.
before show, we were talking about this. So is everyone on board with the fact that it's bothersome that Rip Hunter is a time master and time lords or Doctor Who?
very
and
different.
the-
Time
the
lords,
whole time
lords
lord
traveling
with
to TARDIS,
everything.
and we
Like,
come
why
from
did they do
Gallifrey.
that?
And that Arthur Duvall was in Doctor Who for 4
Yes,
years.
why did they?
I'm okay
Yes.
with that. I'm
He
okay
was
with that.
Rory.
It just doesn't.
He's not as gruff as I
He
hoped
was the
he'd
man
be.
who waited.
Let me ask you
Rory
something that was
Palton.
all over Twitter this week.
Okay.
Remember the guy the son at the beginning, Jonas, who ends
Yeah.
up dying, and we see whatever. Oliver Queen's middle name, I guess, is Jonas, and everybody's like, "There's a connection. There's a connection
Between who?
between Oliver Queen and Rip Hunter's son that died."
Oh,
I
interesting.
thought Oliver Queen's middle name
Jonas.
was Robert after his dad.
I don't know. I don't remember his middle name being this. Everybody
I don't
was
know
saying
that.
I can't
that,
possibly follow what connection that could possibly mean.
like that at one point Rip Hunter meets Oliver Queen, learns his middle name, names his son after him, like something.
Oh boy, that is.
Yeah.
I thought Rip
People
Hunter would be
are-
a little more gruff. He's a
They
little more
wanted a
little
Han
more
Solo
refined
type.
Yeah,
in
right.
that movie. Like,
he's very
and
ref-
he's kind of roguish, but it just.
Nah, he's a little too refined for me. But whatever.
They put that facial hair on him, but yeah, he was kind of like he was kind of a Nancy boy
But
in
almost
Doctor Who a
said
little
that They
bit.
went to.
His
They
character
wanted a
became
Doctor Who, but we can't get Doctor Who, so let's create this and make this
A
actor.
time
And it's just
master.
like it could have been
Well,
done differently. But I do
I
love
will
the show.
say this though: Amy Pond is the hottest person that ever existed in fictional literature. When she was
She
in
in
Doctor
Doctor
Who,
Who, I don't-
she was the redheaded companion played by
She
Karen
wasn't.
Karen Gillan, who's Nebula. In
I just think
Guardians.
But the concept that
That's
we
who
can
she
go
is, but
anywhere
there she
in
was.
time and do
Yeah,
different
she
time
was.
periods.
Yeah, she was.
I think we're on board.
Here we go. Moving on, we had another debut this past week, Lucifer on Fox. And now I was very hesitant about this one. I don't know how it was going to work. And I will say this: I enjoyed the heck out of it. It got 7.2 million viewers, 2.4 rating. The chemistry between Ellis and Lauren German was impressive. Now, at the same time, I don't know how this is going to work long term because at the end of the episode, you already had questions about basically, hey, Satan, you're being too cool. I don't know how the lead on the show is still going to be attractive to viewers because he's supposed to be the most evil being in the history of everything.
I have to be honest with you that I didn't watch the show yet. I will absolutely watch it, but I didn't. I've heard pretty good rumblings, though. Did you guys check it out?
It was
I have not
good.
seen it.
I mean, it's based on a Neil Gaiman book. isn't
yes,
it?
yes,
See,
from that one, from the world of the Sandman and Vertigo.
Okay, I love Neil Gaiman, but I don't know. I haven't gotten on this show yet.
You know, this is really weird. Somehow the premiere got around me. I mean, if you could imagine that, there's only 12 DC shows on TV this week.
Such a good time to be a nerd. I love it.
But what I'm bummed about with Fox, and I had the same problem with the second episode of The X-Files, there's nowhere to rewatch it, I guess, unless you're on Hulu. That's they don't
Well,
air anything. There's no on demand.
There's a couple websites.
Oh yeah, well that's.
But
you know.
I surprisingly I liked it more than I thought it would. Actually, a buddy of mine was in the very first scene with Ellis. I don't know if he's going to be a recurring or not. He basically was a co-star in this episode.
Well,
but
this is encouraging because I heard nothing but like out of Comic-Con where they showed the pilot, the rumblings were bad.
Well, like I said, I don't know how it's going to work. I liked it better than I thought I would. And it's because of the chemistry between Ellis and German. And Ellis is phenomenal, and German's really good too.
Let me ask you this: next to Legends of Tomorrow, which was the better pilot?
The chat seems to say Legends of Tomorrow, but they're pretty split on Lucifer in general.
I mean, without a doubt, the storyline Legends of Tomorrow is far better than how Lucifer can survive. But don't give...
The possibilities are endless with Legends of Tomorrow. It's endless.
There's a lot more laughs than Lucifer, if that matters to anybody.
Okay.
Little comedy.
Because Ellis's
They want
delivery...
you to know Fox.com.
Fox.com?
Yeah.
And if you have Apple TV, I'm pretty sure if you go have Fox Now.
Don't have now, but no, there's Fox Now.
There's Fox Now.
There's
yeah.
plenty of
Fox.com.
websites. Yeah.
All right.
But
good.
Lucifer,
All right.
Ellis's
I need to watch
delivery
this.
is very, very funny. The casting I thought was
I like
good.
that actor.
But
Seen him in other
it's
stuff.
going to be a tough run, I think. But we'll see what happens.
Okay.
My
I'm
opinion.
excited for
Fox
that.
has a terrible track record with keeping good show or getting rid of good shows. Fox is a terrible track record.
Oh, hey, you know what? I wanted to ask you. A couple of weeks ago, you guys said there was a Swamp Thing that you wanted to bring back up to me.
I
We
don't
never
remember
did.
what it was.
What was it?
I
it was
don't
Just that they
know.
relaunched it in the comics and
Yeah,
that
maybe
Len
something
Wein
like
is
that.
writing it. Okay, I picked up the first issue of that.
How much time we got?
Not much, like 5 minutes tops.
Okay, so let's talk about The Flash, new casting.
There you go. Eliza Harmon as Trajectory.
But can we say what happened last night?
Oh, I'm sorry. Allison Page is the actress.
Okay, you had a problem with what happened last night.
Well, no, it's like Patty, like the show constantly with these great characters. Not see you goodbye.
This was
Henry
so-
Allen, Patty Spivot. It's like
Think about when
Why? Why
he
are you-
left Felicity too on the train. They had that kiss. It's just the way that he breaks up with girls. Like,
but why are they
bye-bye
getting
on the
rid of
train.
these great characters? Like,
I don't
it's
know.
like the Patty Spivot stuff was fantastic.
Everyone loves her. I feel like.
I
Everyone.
beg to
Unless the
differ a
actress has
little
got
bit.
other stuff
I
going
really
on.
liked it. I thought it was a strong movement, and I like to see that they had such great chemistry, and she was such a great character. I like to see that finally he didn't let another person in, and
That's
even though,
true.
But then he did. But then he did.
But he did.
but he still made a statement with it. He still said, "Listen, but this is why."
I felt like that was such bull crap by the end. Because
Just because she
already
knows doesn't
knew.
mean that he wants to date somebody that knows. He feels like
She
he's
was-
kind of undateable
but
right
she
now.
was so headstrong.
Flash undateable.
I think
She's
that's
so
a show.
headstrong. It doesn't seem like a move that she would do. She's so strong-willed and.
I
love
liked it,
Wally
and
West,
also
though.
from a practical point of view, we need to get that guy other love interests. More love interests is more better.
He's becoming like the Hal Jordan of the TV show. He's sleeping with everyone.
Come on,
And
he's
Barry
fast.
Allen was
He's
a
moving
one-
around. He gets bored of him
Barry-
quickly.
Barry
Move on to the
Allen
next
was
one.
a one-woman
He's
guy.
not sleeping with
Choo,
everyone.
choo.
How is he sleeping with everyone?
So we've already had-
In 2 years, he slept with 3 girls? Oh my god, everyone.
Every lead girl that's come on that show, he has.
So I think that he's okay.
And then
3
the
girls,
Invisible
2
Man
years.
says, "I don't know, but my butt hurts."
So you don't think out of the 3 lead actresses that they've had with him, and he's been with them, that's not too
Okay,
much.
so he hasn't slept with Iris.
But they've been together, they've kissed, they've had
they kissed on a different timeline. They haven't even kissed in this timeline.
well, she has been his romantic interest.
No, she's his sister. It's weird.
You don't think that's his romantic interest?
I know that the newspaper tells us, but right now, Patty's like, I know that, and she's like, yeah, that's my brother. Like, it's weird. It's too soon for them to get together.
Is this like what TV Fights is like?
It's pretty
No,
crazy.
I judged that one.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty insane.
I didn't know. I
Yeah.
thought maybe
What
we were
about
crossing over.
what about Linda Park?
Okay, that's one.
Iris, Patty. It's
Iris doesn't count. Patty counts.
anytime a lead girl has come on that show, they have brought on as a love
So
interest
you
for
think
him.
you think kissing one girl and having sex with 2 girls in 3 years?
Oh my God.
I am
Where?
talking about as a character that is brought onto a show. They are brought on to be a love interest for Barry. You don't think that those actresses have chemistry tests with Grant Gustin? You absolutely do have chemistry
And they
tests
have
with
chemistry
him.
with him. She
Mike,
has chemistry.
you sound a little jaded here. Did you have a chemistry test with Grant Gustin? Did it not go
It was
well?
spectacular.
Okay.
Jake Garrick was supposed to be gay, and they didn't like it at the network, and it all fell apart. So yes, I'm pissed
So
off
who's
about it.
Trajectory, and is she going to be a love interest for Barry?
Probably Jesse Quick too.
If-
Or
if
maybe
we
because
can
Jesse
get to
Quick is
that
coming on because they need to get rid of Patty to bring Jesse in.
That's a
there.
good point.
They can't have 2 blondes on there.
Nope.
Do you,
Cannot.
think do you think of Patty as a blonde?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
is Trajectory? I don't know. Tell me. Somebody tell me about Trajectory.
Trajectory right to Barry's pants? That's her trajectory.
Once again, I have never watched
Trajectory,
Flash.
Trajectory has a lot of antics that basically her goal is to have people misinterpreted thinking that the damage done is caused by the Flash.
Oh, interesting. So it's almost like Scarlet Witch sounding like powers. Like she's like hexing people.
Bit of a prankster.
Wait, but you're saying that she messes with people's mental perception? Of the thing?
She's also very fast. She's another speedster.
Oh, she's a speedster.
Everybody, all of a sudden, anybody can be quick except for Jay Garrick, who's dying.
I know.
Caitlin was so effing selfish again this week.
Trust me. But Roxy, if we're building to a Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, maybe Jesse Quick, maybe Wally Walks, all taking down Zoom. I mean, that's
and
what it would have
Reverse
to be.
Flash, who's now back in.
But I think his arc is kind of done for the season. I think that was a great.
How cool was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I love that kind of future stuff, saying
Me
like,
too.
listen, you know you're going to see him, and I met him, but I haven't met him yet. Like, that was some good time travel stuff. That was like when Doctor Who does it well.
But most importantly, is there a cosmic treadmill in this show?
Yeah.
There is? Okay, I'll watch it.
David calls it a cosmic treadmill.
I mean, that's
there.
not,
He's got a treadmill.
He does have a treadmill. I don't know if he's using it for cosmic purposes yet.
When he does that, I'll watch the show.
But you know what they do have on that show, what they still have not addressed, is they have a prison that seems to be upheld by nobody. Who's feeding these
Didn't they try
these
to do that
criminals?
last episode?
It was in a scene. They cut the scene.
they did.
Like, who's acknowledging this? Do you know how much it takes to run a jail,
There's
let
a lot
alone
of
a jail for
Can
superpowered
we just
criminals?
say how cool the Vibe glasses were? That looked like his thing from the Justice League Detroit.
This is what we do. These are the Vibe glasses.
Got him. Got him.
Oh, that's cool.
Got him.
I like that. I like Vibe. I liked all that.
All right, guys,
I
we really got to close out here.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
DC
Let's
Comics?
see. Last piece. Hashtag rebirth. Gertler, you want to take this away?
Okay, so DC Comics, it looks like, is potentially rebooting itself again. We don't know to the extent at which, but it appears, and Dan DiDio hasn't commented on this yet, I don't believe, nor has Jeff Johns, the chief creative officer at DC. But apparently, many of the titles, specifically those tied to impending film franchises, are being rebooted to be more in line with those franchises.
And TV.
And their TV personas where they're much more popular.
It's a possibility.
I wanna.
It's not a guarantee, Mike.
I want to be supportive. No, I want to be supportive of the New 52. I was supportive of it, but like we talked on previous episodes, I kind of waned off my DC Comics, and it's very upsetting to me that I don't read as much as I used to because you got two titles where Batman is in his 30s and he's part of the Justice League, and then other ones he has amnesia, so it's just like. These are continuity, but these aren't, so maybe they're just going to go, you know what, we're all over the place, we need to refocus. And have a rebirth.
I text a friend of mine who's a writer at DC saying,
why is
name drop. Not going to say. But he did post something online telling everyone, for the love of God, relax about this. It's one word, rebirth. It does not mean anything to your knowledge yet.
There you go.
Everyone calm down.
Okay, cool. So that's great.
The one more thing that isn't really TV time, but kind of is because she comes from The Walking Dead. But Lauren Cohen, who as we know,
confirmed.
Is confirmed to be Martha Wayne. So I'm sure she'll stick around for a very long time.
She's in the Comic-Con trailer. No one picked up on it.
Just like
we didn't pick up on it. There's a little picture on her corner. It's her. You can
the picture.
Okay. It's plain as day. Why we talk real quick. I think what happened. This could be. I think they filmed the scene, the origin that might not have been in the movie, might have been cut, so they didn't want to put her on press stuff. But now they probably locked the movie. That okay, we're using this flashback scene. We can publicize that she's in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
Because Thomas Wayne's picture would have been in Wayne Manor, so we could have said Jeffrey Dean Morgan anyway. But I think that scene with the shot is in the movie now.
Do you think either of them will be speaking in this film?
Zack Snyder loves those montages where it's all quiet and like he used in Watchmen a lot, so I doubt it. I would love some stuff with Martha Wayne. We don't get a lot with Martha Wayne in any movie. It's always about the dad and him. Martha, even in Batman Begins, she says like one or two words. I would love more with Martha Wayne and Bruce because as all of us, most of our parents raised us both. And for everything, comics, everything we always get is the dad is always Thomas Wayne's side.
I love that they're in the film because...
What are you laughing at?
In the chat, DBZ King 02 says Martha Wayne ain't sticking around. It was a joke. I'm very aware that she's not sticking around.
You think Martha Wayne, spoilers, Martha Wayne might not make it out of this film?
Yeah, spoiler alert. She might not make it. Maybe, though. You never know.
Oh, my God. Well, I think it's great. If you've read any Batman comics for any length of time, you know it's only a certain number of issues before we flash back to the death of Wayne's parents.
Someone did a great picture of her, and they posted a picture of Martha Wayne from Flashpoint, the storyline. And they look identical. She's got the Joker smile and everything. I was like, oh, my God, because... what's his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be a phenomenal Bruce Wayne.
What do you
Batman,
think?
Thomas Wayne
What do you think
Flashpoint.
Alfred would say if Martha Wayne was turned into the Joker?
I'd have to go to the cafe on the banks of the Arno and have a 30 banker.
I
I have 20 of those.
Okay. Alright.
And I drink myself in oblivion like Mr. Gertler is right now. He's got the piss water in his veins right now, and he's about ready to pass
It's
out
Bud
on us.
Light.
Piss water.
That's what you Yanks drink. It's piss water.
With that said, it's time to put ourselves over. Cody Decker, go.
Hi, Cody Decker at Decker6. Please follow me on Twitter. Also, listen to me on Mark in the Morning and on 100.3 The Sound all the time. YouTube channel at Anti-Hero Baseball. Watch me prank a bunch of people.
And we'll be shooting something together soon.
Yes,
And
we finished writing it last night.
She emailed it to me last night, so we need to set this up before you go to spring training.
Awesome.
And also watch
Good luck
him
at
with the
training.
Kansas City
Thank you.
Royals.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh,
Yes.
Kansas City Royals. I play for them.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, wait. Quick question. So you spent a lot of time in KC. What's your favorite barbecue place
Never
in KC?
been to KC. I've been playing for the San Diego Padres last
Oh,
7 years.
right. So you haven't been there yet.
He just signed.
All right, well, I got to tell you some great barbecue places to check
I will
out.
be calling you.
Awesome. Adam Gertler, go.
Hey, I'm Adam Gertler. You can see me on FX Movie Download. We just did our Man of Steel episode last week. I'm not sure which we're doing this week, but if you happen to be in Southern California near Long Beach, we're opening a new Doghouse restaurant. That's where I serve my sausages and hot dogs and stuff like that. Free grand opening tomorrow. Free house dogs all day long from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. Wow. Come early, line up. It's going to be crazy. I'll be periscoping from there as well.
Oh, cool.
So if you follow me on Twitter at Adam Gertler or on Instagram at Adam Gertler, I'll be periscoping on Doghouse and we can chat.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Striar. I'm also over at Screen Junkies on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. doing TV fights. And if you stick around until 9 p.m. tonight on AfterBuzz, I will be talking about Legends of Tomorrow after it airs. It's
Heyo.
episode 2.
Mike Kalinowski.
Charlie Oates, this is for you.
All right.
Why do we fail? I have to ask you this. Why do we fail? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up.
That's one of my favorites.
I'm throwing myself over there. I'm Mike Kalinowski,
Love
but
it.
sometimes Michael Caine on Twitter. That's not me on Twitter.
Love it.
You
It
guys
never
are
gets
awesome.
old.
Thank
I'm
you
sorry.
very
It
much
never gets
for
old.
seeing us. At Mike Kalinowski.
We are at DC Movies SK on Twitter, Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. I am at Jay Quasto. Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm going to be at the Stand Up Scottsdale Comedy Club February 4th, 5th, and 6th, right before the Super Bowl. Please come out and see me, standupscottsdale.com. And most importantly, Blood Drive, Saturday, February 13th, Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Give us a call, 323-361-2441 to donate. Spread the good word.
Are
And
you
no matter
about to
where you
drop a
live.
beat?
Huh?
You're about to drop a
I'm
beat?
falling. They're falling off. No
The
matter
man
where
gives platelets. Look at him. He gives platelets away.
Turn my headphones up. No matter where you live, you can donate blood. That's my whole point. Thank you guys. We love you. See you next week.
Yeah.
You didn't play your trailer.
Oh, man.
Save it, champ. Save it.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Christian Harloff, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.